Hey, good morning, everybody. This is your buddy Edward with the morning stream, Star Citizen. You may be wondering about the title, Firing All of Our Guns at Once. Yes, that is a play on words from a Steppenwolf song. However, Born to be Wild. However, in this case, what I discovered was that my joystick was firing weapon group 1 and I was not able to fire weapon group 2 unless I put my hand down on the mouse. And so for most of my dogfighting I had not been using weapon group 2. So then I started looking, and I looked in my joystick software. I'm using Joy to Key, and it's not really set up complicated. It's just got, my right joystick button 1 is the trigger, right? And on my left joystick, it's mapped to the right control. Right control. And so what I need to do is to find here in Star Citizen where the weapons group might be not mapped and change that. So that's what I'm doing. I'm doing a little bit of settings here to begin with. This is obviously something that either worked and it stopped working, or it never has been set up. So we shall see. Pilot weapons, manual gimbal mode, default slaving, use VJoy, use look direction. Lead reticle. Now, VJoy is in the game. That's something that does some stuff. Look ahead. So we're looking for okay. So I don't see it in game settings. Let's look in controls. I don't see it there. Let's look in key bindings. I'm just going across the rows. So anything to do with weapons groups is what I'm looking for here. Weapons groups. Weapons on off is P. That's not what. Gimbal mode is G. All turrets toggle is a slash. Okay. The shields, I know about those. So see over here on our mouse button, we got fire weapon group 1. And that's what's on my trigger 1. And then fire weapon group 2. See, it says, okay, so it's showing some side button. Let me pull out my joystick. I've got my joystick out now. So trigger is fire weapon group 1, but that side button that it's showing right here, I don't have. My joystick doesn't have that. Right? I don't have that button. Okay, flight, weapons. Fire weapon group 1 is right trigger. Fire weapon group 2. Okay, so this is where I think I need to get my other joystick out. And I think what I want to do is I want to hold my second joystick button in and then push the one on the other joystick. It's not letting me change it. See, it's not letting me change it. Why can't I change it? I press to select it. I unbound it. Double tap Y to set. Set double tap. See, I don't. This isn't making sense to me. Okay, fire weapon group 1 is right trigger. Double click 2. set double tap. Yeah, see, I'm not able to figure this out. See, that didn't overwrite that. Shit. Okay. Let's load that. See, and this, it's not affecting this at all. So this is the problem that I was having the other day. So let's clear all device bindings. Clear them all. Clear them all. Let's go to reset to defaults. Let's reset to defaults. Let's... Okay. And save control set. Okay, do we want to save it? Clear. Okay. See, this still says double tap. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay, maybe that's why, because I hadn't changed this down here. Okay, let's do this. Let's load let's load these in like I think I need to do. Load. Okay, now joystick HOTAS. Weapons is button 1. Fire weapon group 3. Or weapon group 2. right control button 1. Right? Because the joysticks, my left joystick's trigger is right control. My right joystick's trigger is button 1. I think that's what I wanted to do, was that right there. And then this is for keyboard and mouse. Fire weapon group 2, button 2 mouse. Okay. So I think I was goofed up there. I had it. Okay, I was looking in the wrong spot. So I think maybe this is going to be set right. So let's do this. Let's go into Arena Commander real quick. Let's do let's select a ship real quick. This is a fine ship. Select it. Let's go into single player, offline, classic race, free flight. Let's launch. Okay. Okay, so far my sticks are the way that they need to be. Okay, that's the wing weapons. And nothing on the other one. Great, great. That's wonderful. Let's go back to the menu. Now let's choose a ship that's got weapons on both wings. Like the 325, the Origin 325P I was playing with. Or was it 325 A? It's got a weapon in the middle and one on the wings. Okay. Alright, so now those are the wings. Okay, now that's not right though. That's firing the center gun with just that key. I wanted it to be that and that. So hold on a second. Hold on a second. Key bindings. Joystick HOTAS. Flight weapons. Fire weapons group 2. Right control plus button 1. I think that's exactly what I want. Good. So there's button 1, right control button 1, or hold on a second. Button 1 is the 2 wings, and that's on the right joystick trigger. If I push the left joystick trigger, nothing's happening. If I push and hold left joystick trigger, and then I do button 1, there we go. So that's exactly what I wanted.
Alert. Weapon systems overheating.
So I can go center, I can go wings, I can go center. Okay, exactly. That's exactly what I wanted. Thank you, everybody, for being patient as I got that figured out. Wonderful. That's great. And I've been playing this game for maybe 2 years and haven't been able to take care of weapons group 2 because that wasn't set up. See, you can learn things. Okay, now let me go change the name on the stream to Star Citizen. That's great. That's grand. Okay, so that just updated. Now let me get my coffee off the coffee machine. Cup number 2, by the way. I wasn't going to attempt that first control deal without coffee. You can bet your bottom dollar on that. Let me go get that coffee. So if I understand Buzzkiller's joystick profiles, most everything is mapped to the native buttons on the joysticks. So for most everything, you use button on the right joystick, button 1, and then all the other buttons on there, or on the left joystick, you use the buttons there. There's only a couple things that you needed to hold the left trigger, which is mapped to be the same as if you were holding down the right control key on the keyboard and then press another button at the same time, right? So that's used on a couple things, and what that does is that gives you more controls than just the buttons on the 2 joysticks themselves. And it looks like in this case the profile still had weapons group pointed to a button that doesn't exist on my Thrustmaster T1600s, although at one time I think it did map it to left joystick button and right joystick button, but anyway, whatever. So let's go ahead and jump into game. Whew, I feel much better about getting that resolved. And it hasn't been as important until we've jumped back to the bounty hunting missions, right? Because I haven't traditionally, I've not done a lot of the dog fighting, and I've not been doing it well. Maybe this is one of the reasons why. The reason I've switched back to dogfighting now is because we've got a patch that's going to hit any day now. The Xeno threat has been added to the patch. Delamar's taken out. They're running it over in the PTU, the Persistent Test Universe. And I've been watching people play it at night. And when they get the bugs worked out, I should say the major bugs, not all the bugs, but the major bugs worked out, it's going to show up here in live. Well, when that happens, any cargo that's on ships, any refining jobs that are running at the refineries, all of those are going to be reset. And so you potentially would lose the amount of money that you had in that cargo, or the amount of time you had in mining those refining materials and let them refine, and the money you paid for them to refine. So what we've done is we've moved to a different kind of missions. See, did we spawn with our helmet on? Yes, we did. Let's first thing you should always do is go to Bounty Hunter, and if there's a mercenary, and if there's call to arms, go ahead and accept it. And this will just be, and I'm going to untrack it, and that's just going to be a bonus for killing the additional bad guys that spool in. Excuse me. Here's a bunker mission right here. Here is execution warrant. Here's claim jumpers, legal surveillance, blah blah blah. We're gonna do this bounty hunter one. So we've been doing these very low risk single seaters. All right. So let's leave our hab and do our. Let's try doing our bounty hunting now with our guns that are fixed. See if we screwed anything else up or see if it's gonna work. Yeah, I was at the end of my game session yesterday. I realized that problem exists, but I just didn't feel like dealing with it. And then today, I got up and I actually woke up a little bit early this morning, and that was the first thing on my mind: is let me go see if I can figure that out. Do I need to read the documentation? Because you know that's a sign of age and wisdom when you decide to read the documentation. But no, I did not read the documentation to the Joy to Key. I did look at the config files, but I didn't read the documentation or the help. Okay, before we take a ship out, let's see and make sure the guns on the ship are set up like we want. So let's go to the equipment loadout manager. Any day now would be fun. Okay, and then we go to the origin 325A. Thank you very much. And we see it's got looks like missiles. Got a beacon, bracer, Regulus, all stop. Okay, for weaponry, we've got Attritions on the left wing, Attrition 3 on the right, and an Attrition 4 in the nose. Oh, that's exactly fine. That's a fine loadout. I want it. So let's go to here and let's spawn that ship. Origin 325A. Let's retrieve it. This thing was all shot up when I landed it last time, and I don't think I was able to repair it. I don't know if it's going to spawn back messed up or not. Pad 2, we'll go take a look. Make sure we got our helmet on. We do. But yeah, I'm starting on my second cup of coffee. Feel like I got a good night's sleep. It's a little bit warmer now, so my heat hasn't been running, and we'll get some gameplay in now. What pad are we on? Pad 2. So it looks like my friend that's going to join my organization, the Pareto Partnership, P-A-R-E-T-O is how you'd find it on the website. Looks like his notebook is still going to get here in February. He ordered a notebook to be able to play Star Citizen, so it's a pretty safe bet he's going to not see Levski. He's going to start into the game. I don't know if Xenothreat will still be running, but I've been thinking about how I'm going to play with him, get him up to speed. He'll be completely new to the game. And my ship is still busted. See, the wing in the back is not complete. The texturing on the outside, it was really fried looking when I landed it. So that's changed. The visual looks of it have changed. Once we get in, let's see if we can do a repair on it. Let's see if we can repair this.
You are clear to launch.
All right.
Origin shipboards at your service. Core system operational.
Okay. So let's just take off.
Launch complete. Landing gear raised.
Enough to get away from the station. And then we'll come back and we'll try to land, hover and get our ship fixed. See the red light blinking? Our ship is messed up.
Thank you. And please visit again.
Okay. Our ship is definitely messed up. Let's fly over here to the other side of the station, another pad. That might reset the algorithm or whatever. Yeah, our ship, if we look, we've got a busted up ship right now.
Attention. I have been authorized to scan your vehicle for security purposes. Please halt your vehicle and stand by.
This is one of those Hurston security assholes. I don't like them. They're rude. They bark out orders.
Okay. Thanks.
Yes.
You're clear to proceed.
Buzz off, mate.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
Landing gear down.
Landing gear deployed.
Where's our landing gear at? Our landing space. Do we have a marker for our landing space? There it is right there.
Landing complete.
See if we can
Landing
repair.
complete. Have a pleasant stay.
There we go. Now we can repair. Oh, there we go. See? Now our ship is fixed. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Repairman.
You are clear to launch.
Thank you.
Launch complete. Landing gear raised.
Thank you, and please visit again.
Okay. So let's map that was obstructed, so we need to get map. There we go. That uses an orbital marker. Very good. Fine. Wonderful. So technically I was lying because of the way we mapped our keys. We won't be firing all of our guns at once. We'll be selecting which guns that we want to fire. Now, you might say, well, Ed, couldn't you have just mapped all your weapons groups to the same one? And the answer is yes, you probably could have, but sometimes you want to use one type of weapon to knock down the shields, and then once the shields are down, you would use a different type of weapon to, like to go after the hull or whatever. And so that's why people might want to map weapons group 1 to one keyboard combination, weapons group 2 to another. So you start off 1 1 1 1 1 1 1, and then the shields go down, and then you go 2 2 2. Right.
Quantum drive deactivated.
So, if you want to find fault with my stream, I will go with you.
Quantum drive deactivated.
So let's put all of our bias our power towards the front shield. And then we'll go to the marker to spawn the AI, the NPC. What I find is it can be a little bit difficult sometimes out here not to run into things. So we're just getting close to the marker to trigger the mission. There we go. Notice that red light isn't blinking straight in front of us anymore because our ship is repaired. I just pinged the radar to see if the guy would show up on the radar. Okay, there we go. Targeted. So now I'm firing my center. That's my center one right there. Go. We got a guy behind us targeting us now. So if we wanted to, we could stay and fight him.
Hostile eliminated.
So that's a good question, and that would be, is the 2 wing-mounted size 3s more DPS than the center-mounted size 4? I don't know. I know where I would find that out. I would go to that website, Urkel. Not Steve Urkel, but the there's another baddie here. I need to move. Where is he? He's over here. There he is, right there. That's an Eclipse. The Eclipses I've not been too good with the Eclipses. Let me spool up my engines. We're going to get out of here. We're going to go on to the next bounty. I found the Eclipses to be formidable, and I think there's a bug in this this one where the other ones that spawn in can be more than a VLRT, and so I think I saw that in the patch notes for the PTU release. Looks like there is a piece missing from our ship, but we don't really have red on our ship. So I saw that rock over there, and I was looking at my
Contact. Shields.
So there's somebody else out here with us. It's not the person I have the bounty on. It's just another hostile. So they're behind me. There they are, right there. Okay, so we got 1,000. We got 1,000 credits because of call to arms. So I'm gonna put the cruise control hidden out away from the rocks. I'm gonna go in here and find the next this one. Don't sit still, right? Definitely don't sit still. I'm gonna mark that. And we'll set the route. If you sit still, if you let off the throttle and you sit still while you're doing this, you'll get jumped for sure. Never want to sit still. When there's hostile. Because that means it's a lot harder to land shots if you're moving. So red blips are hostiles. I hit T to target them. And what I've been doing is when they're way out there, I've been using the cannon. And then when I get closer... Okay, there we go. Hit T. So what I do is when I'm a little bit away from them, if I get the pip on and I see the green box, which means I'm lined up to shoot them, then I've been firing the center cannon, and then when I get closer, I've been switching out to the wing guns. Okay, so you see there's somebody behind me right now. Another hostile is spun in. It's come in. Right there, let's get them targeted. So it looks like that first ship that I blew up was not the bounty. The one that I just flew up was the bounty. And I'm just trying to make sure I don't run into anything before I have a chance to set my route. My understanding is you do enough of the VLRTs and then you get offered the next higher bounty mission, and then you do enough of those, you keep getting hired, you keep getting offered more and more difficult ones. Now you have to pay credits to get offered those. Well, I'm not doing that. even though you could earn more money. I'm not doing that because my understanding is your reputation and that progress is going to get reset with the patch. So I'm just trying to get good at these easy ones, and then when the patch hits, I'll worry about moving up. I don't want to, progress too soon. The fact that I'm able to go out and blow these things up pretty regularly could be that the AI is not that great. I don't think it means that I'm a good pilot. But I will say the weapons are working much better. And if one of the guns is overheating, the ability to switch to the other one, is increased my offensive power from where it was before. Now this is working. I may have to, I can implement the strategies of those different kinds of weapons that affect shields and stuff differently too.
Contact.
Nice.
Shields at full strength.
Nice. The bad guys. No! That's what they say right before you get them.
Contact.
Okay. Get out of here before they get me.
Contact.
Okay, so we just ran into that guy. Didn't mean to. Didn't mean to try to defeat him by running into him. Okay, we got a 30K. OK error. Which, you know, ain't the worst thing ever. It ain't the best thing. But it ain't the worst thing ever either. So the wards is away. ISOMeek is on Spectrum. Now, if it was my client that disconnected and the server's fine, I should come back into my ship. If it was the server that crashed, well, then I'll be back. It won't be able to recover my session, and I'll be back on the space station. And I am back on the space station, which leads me to believe that indeed this was a case of the server crashing. Now that's not as bad as you might think, because remember I said I wasn't doing cargo hauling. If I had a ship full of cargo and that had happened, then I would have lost all of that cargo. So in some ways, do I have a helmet on? I've got a helmet on. Okay. In some ways, you know, I'm kind of glad I wasn't doing cargo hauling when that happened. And so let's, if we need to reclaim that ship, let's go ahead and get the reclaim started. My food and my water, you'll notice that got reset to 100. Squeaky chair. Now, the way all these people are moving around, I think this server is in good shape. 27 to 27, 28, 29. So this server just came up. This is a relatively new server. And the tick rate is a good. That's why you see the NPCs moving around. So let's go in here and let's check my ship. Origin unknown. So we want to start the claim on this. File a claim. And it's going to take 14 minutes to get that ship back. Now I could pay credits to get it back sooner. But I think I'm going to go ahead and call that for my little session today. We're right at 58 minutes. Hour and a half is what I like to play. I'm getting hungry. It's time for me to make some breakfast. So hopefully you like what you saw. Maybe you learned a little bit about mapping weapons groups to controls. A little bit about your basic bounty hunting. I really hope the patch comes here to PU, and then we'll worry more about progression. But for now, I think it was a good session. Got some practice in on our dogfighting. The VLRTs, you know, seem to be a little bit easier. It is a challenge when somebody gets right behind you with those the scatter guns, because they can do a lot of damage fast if you don't lose them. So I still need work there. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and sign off here at Everest Harbor and call the end of our stream here for today. My name's Ed Wired. That's the name of my channel on Twitch. I usually play in the morning, East Coast time, and then I take the VODs and I will export them over to YouTube. They show up there about 24 hours later. So if you're watching over on YouTube, thanks for commenting, thanks for thumbs up and all that other stuff. But if you want to watch me live and be able to ask me questions in the chat, over on Twitch is the place to do it. I do try to answer questions and comments on YouTube as well. If you like to play Star Citizen this time of day, I do have an organization. The organization is the Pareto Partnership. I just pasted the link into chat. It'll also be in the comments the description for this video. If you want to put in an application, we're pretty easy. You just have to say, yeah, I'm willing to role play. I speak English. I will use my microphone, and I'm over 18. That's strictly because we might say a bad word, and we don't want, can't have kids hearing bad words. If you realize that Star Citizen is a game that's in alpha, it still has bugs, it's not complete, but if you decide to back the game, then you can do so by using my referral code you see there in that link when you set up your account at Robert Space Industries. And eventually when you buy a game package, this will get you 5,000 in-game credits for free, extra in-game credits for you to use. Maybe buy a suit, maybe buy some weapons, put it towards the ship you want to buy in game. And also, if enough people use my referral code, then I get nice things too. So that's all in the description of the video, and we'll see everybody tomorrow.